Here we have a new 2021 Kia Rio in the LX trim level. And this one comes in clear white on black cloth interior. And your powertrain is going to consist of a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. Made it to that IVT. And you can get one of these for only $17,200. There's your front end there. And then down here we have 15-inch steel wheels with hubcaps. And here are the controls for your power door locks, power windows, and power mirrors. And there's your driver's seat. And there's your back seat there. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the trunk. And there's your trunk space there. Pretty good size for such a tiny car. And there's the back of it. And as you can see in the middle of that backup camera there, which we'll delve into here shortly. And then here is your passenger seat. So I have that scooted up a little bit. I'm just gonna show you the leg room. So I'm 6'3", and with the seat up a little, you can see comparatively, I can sit back here, but I would have to have a much smaller person in front of me. As you can see the leg room comparatively, but it can be done with the right configuration. And there's that 1.6 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Now let's hop in the driver's seat. So there's a steering wheel there. I like the overall look of it. Let's go back here to our radio. We have FM and AM along with the HD, which you can toggle on and off when you have a good station for that. And then here, I want to show off the Apple CarPlay Android Auto, because this is actually done wirelessly, which I think is incredible in such an inexpensive car that you're able to get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But you can even pull up your map here. So I mean, you're basically getting a navigation system in a $17,000 car. So it'll load here. I have to zoom out a little bit because I'm in a parking lot, but it does have that system. And there's your backup camera there. And then you also have your Bluetooth audio, which is how the CarPlay is able to work over Bluetooth wirelessly. And here we have our AC controls. And down here we have our USB input and then a 12 volt. There's our sport mode button. For our shifter, hit this button here, reverse, neutral, drive, and you can manually, quote unquote, shift, you know, the revs. Emergency brake, cup holders, and then we have a little space here. So I'm just putting my phone and my equipment there. And there's a view of the back seat. Here's our glove compartment with owner's manuals. Then over here, we can toggle between the radio stations and then whatever we have set to our favorites. And there are volume controls here, track list, radio station controls. And then we have our Bluetooth controls here. And then we have our gauge cluster functions, which is interesting how they did this. I kind of like it, but it's not up on the actual gauge cluster itself. You can just toggle all that. I'm gonna leave it there. And then here's your key. But next, we're gonna go ahead and take this Rio out on the road for a quick test drive. So while I'm in this bumper to bumper traffic, I'm just gonna go ahead and test out the sound system for you. But I'm gonna talk anyway. Oh, I'm on my way. Obstacles come and go, but where you end up, space gone. Who you know? Gotta know myself, making it a must for my health, huh? I'm on my way. This is only getting started. My career, I gotta steer from those who want it. Sharks in the water, I risked it all and caught it. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. So surprisingly, and I mean surprisingly, the sound quality of this bass system is actually really good for what it is. You have to keep in mind this is a $17,000 sticker car, brand new. And honestly, I could live with that sound system, and I'm very picky about my sound systems, but I've been in some $30,000, $40,000 cars with bass systems that don't sound as good as this one does. And by bass, I mean just the bare bones ones, not the upgraded sound systems by your name brands or things of that nature. So really impressive there. And for this to be a commuter car, which is really what it would be served its best purpose for, it's pretty decent in everything so far. But most importantly, fuel economy. So I said earlier that my nav on my Apple CarPlay wouldn't pull up because I was in a parking lot, but actually I just realized the phone that I'm using for that is not online, so it's not hooked up. I just used it basically to demonstrate in my videos, so that's why the nav won't pull up on there, but it will work if you have a connected phone. So and keep in mind, this LX, with it being so cheap, this one does not come with cruise control. But you do have the steering wheel, audio controls, and all of that, so something to keep in mind. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and put it in the sport mode now. So the sport mode just keeps the revs higher than normal. And that focuses on keeping the engine hot as opposed to staying in the lowest gear to save on fuel economy. But it's actually pretty useful. So I'll take the sport mode back off. And surprisingly, even though I got up to about 75, 76 miles an hour, the ride was not harsh at all. And it's not that windy out today, but I have pretty good control of the car with minimal, and I say that with a grain of salt. I didn't feel any sort of shake or vibration whatsoever driving that fast on the interstate. But on a windier day, that may be an issue, but right now it hasn't been. I just want to put that little disclaimer there. But that'll bring me to an end of my review of the 2021 Kia Rio in the LX trim level.